Welcome to Train Trivia. This is a test of your train knowledge. There are 10 questions for you to answer.
The questions are going to go from easy to hard, so make sure you put your answers in the comments below and no Googling.
When most people think of a train, they think of the locomotive and the cars. But during the day, one of the most important cars was at the end of the train, the caboose.
So here's the question. What was the main purpose that this caboose served? A place for the crews to manage operations and keep an eye on the train. B, a place to store extra passengers. C, a place to store extra coal for the locomotive. Or D, a dining car. So here we are inside the caboose.
The caboose was a mobile office for the crew. The conductor sat back here. The crew would look at the train from the cupola here. They would be looking for hot boxes, dragging equipment, shifted load, and they could literally stop the train with the air brake valve above me. When a person walks up to a steam locomotive, one of the very first things they notice are the locomotive drivers.
The drivers can vary in size. Some are taller than me and some are only half my size. Do you know why that is?
So the question is, what does the size of a locomotive driver tell you?
A, how much fuel it can carry. B, its top speed. C, the direction it goes in. Or D, the year it was built.
The size of the driver usually indicates the speed. In the case of Locomotive 81 here, the driver is 56 inches tall, which means her top speed is about 56 miles an hour.
However, on Locomotive 40, her driving wheels are 69 inches in diameter, so you'd think her top ever recorded speed was only 70 miles an hour. But you're wrong, it was 100 miles an hour.
Railroad wheels just aren't round pieces of metal. They have been specially engineered to carry trains.
One feature you might notice is this lip right here, called the flange.
So the question is, what does the flange do?
A, to keep the train on the track. B, to increase traction during acceleration. C, to limit wear and tear on the rail at high speeds. D, to allow consistent wheel alignment. So Mark, what's the answer?
The flange here rides on the inside of the rail, which keeps the train on the track. If you see a steam locomotive move, one of the most fascinating things is all of this machinery on the side moving. This machinery is the valve gear, which controls the steam going into the cylinders. The engineer uses that to change the direction of the locomotive, the speed of the locomotive, and the efficiency of the locomotive. So Emma, the question is?
What does the engineer control with the valve gear on a steam locomotive? A, the direction, timing, and cutoff of steam. B, the amount of water in the boiler. C, the braking force on the wheels. And D, the fuel mixture in the firebox.
This is the valve cylinder here. The valve cylinder controls the steam entering the power cylinder down there.
And this is how engineers control speed and power on the locomotives here at the Nevada Northern Railway.
When people see a steam locomotive, they generally focus in on the big driving wheels, but
the wheels up front play a critical role too. So Mark, what's the question?
the question is, what is the critical role that the pilot wheels play on a steam locomotive?
A, to help the locomotive with its pulling power. B, to keep the wheels on the track when going around curves. C, to help the weight of the boiler. D, to help the locomotive when it's braking.
The pilot here guided the locomotive through the curves, increasing stability and helping to prevent derailments.
This design helped with higher speeds and safer operations. This helped railroads everywhere, including this one here. Steam locomotives could haul massive loads, but track conditions weren't always perfect.
That's right, Emma. The engineers might find snow, ice, water, or leaves that would cause the big wheels to spin.
So Mark, what's the question?
The question is, what is the method that the engineers used to prevent wheel slippage as they went down the rails?
A, dropping sand on the rails. B, attaching metal cleats to the wheels. C, greasing the rails. Or D, using steam to heat the rails. Sand was dropped directly onto the rails to help the locomotives gain traction.
The engineer had a valve. He'd open up a valve in the sand dome. The sand would flow down this pipe right here and come out on the rail right next to the driver, and that would prevent slippage. Steam locomotives just didn't move down the track quietly. The engineers used their bells and whistles.
Each sound had a purpose, and the engineers had to know exactly what each one meant to operate safely. So Mark, what's the question?
The question is, what were the bells and whistles used for by the engineer?
A, the bell was for warnings, the whistle was for signaling. B, the bell was decorative and the whistle was functional. C, the bell determined direction and the whistle determined speed. D, the bell was for the passengers and the whistle was for the conductor.
The bell was used to warn people near the track, while the whistle was used for signaling. 2 toots meant move ahead.
Both sounds were crucial for safety, just like right here at the Nevada Northern Railway.
Ore was transferred from the mine to the smelter in open-top cars like this. During the winter time, water and snow could get inside the car and freeze the ore solid.
So here's the question. What's one frowned upon method that they used to get the frozen ore outside of the cars? A, they waited for it to melt. B, they used sledgehammers. C, they used blowtorches. Or D, they used dynamite. Can you believe it? They used dynamite to break the frozen ore loose.
And sometimes they actually blew a hole in the side of the car. Once they did that, they had to patch it with new metal, just like they did right there. Steam engines transformed society, but it all started centuries ago.
Steam engines were more commonly used before they ever made an appearance on the railroad. So, Mark, what's the question?
When was the first steam engine invented?
A, 1712. B, 1708. C, 1830. Or D, 1804.
The first practical steam engine was invented in 1712 by Thomas Newcomen in England.
It was primarily used to pump water out of mines.
In 1802, Richard Trevithick invented the first high-pressured engine, which was the first steam locomotive that operated on rails in 1802. Train whistles are not just for show. They have a very specific purpose. On the cab is the whistle. The engineer needs to know the whistle signals. As a train approaches a crossing, there is a very specific signal that engineer has to give. What is that signal?
Option A, 2 longs, a short, and a long. Option B, a long, a short, and a long. Option C, a short, a long. And option D, a continuous signal.
Railroads use very specific whistle signals. In the case of a locomotive approaching a crossing, it's 2 longs, a short, and a long to notify people along the track, cars, and other trains. So how well do you know trains? Count up your score and put it in the comments below.
If you had fun, like the video and subscribe to our channel.
And thank you for playing Train Trivia.